DJ keeps the party going. Brandon E brings the heat. We don't know how to speak. Running wild on you, brother. We're over the top. Rocking it back to the vintage scene. Thursdays at 7 p.m. Central. With epic thumbnails from the vids. It's a must-see. Gonna bring you the best. Legends you remember from the ring and silver screen. We're over the top. Get ready for a good time.
Bow! What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Chad Arms, a.k.a. Chetty Bobby. All of them!
Yeah.
Oh, you got background vocals now. You got
Won't be back this year, so he's getting it.
Oh,
He's dag nabbit.
Hello, my name is Tony, a.k.a. Friday the 14th.
What's up? What's up, everyone? I'm the man with the plan, Hot Mike Chance.
That's a fire extinguisher in the studio.
Yeah, he really does. It's sitting right over
In case
there.
this mic gets too hot, right?
Hey, a.k.a. living the gimmick, goddamn.
Yep. I'm gonna start carrying it around with me and just
Yes.
I'm gonna rig it up where I can drink stuff out of it,
Hey,
like how DJ Paul does with the gas can. Yeah.
if y'all got any problems, read his shirt. Attitude is everything, dadgummit.
This guy's so motivated.
I love it. I'm BJ the DJ.
And
Shout out Nails, dude. Shout out Nails. We're going to finally get to talk about a Nails match, guys. Who's excited?
I can't wait.
Shout out to dadgum Brandon E, man. He said, yeah.
That's all I got for you.
But man, we're in this great topsy-turvy fucking adventure we've been on that has been the Hulkamania era.
yes.
Yes.
We're continuing.
We're fading out of it now.
We
with this
are.
one.
We're fading. We're
Is this
fading.
the first one without him?
Yes.
Yeah.
First one without him.
And
I didn't even notice.
SummerSlam '92 was it wasn't any good, man. Let's just go ahead and lay it out there.
I am so glad wrestling has advanced so much over the past
It's just
30 years.
It makes you realize how much we leaned on nostalgia,
Yes, we did.
and it's just part of it.
One thing I'll say though, I will always take, even though, and when I was looking at the SummerSlam, I still love the way the crowds looked.
Oh, this
Oh
is
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And I'm just going, wow.
Crowd was hot for this.
Wembley
one, too.
Stadium was a
Oh,
good
yeah.
place
Well,
to
it's
have.
all-
This was not Survivor Series '91.
No.
Let's go ahead and put that out there first and foremost.
Well, this was supposed to be in Washington, D.C.
Yeah.
Take place there, but ticket sales for Mania weren't that great and everything, so they decided to go overseas with it because they could sell a shit ton of merchandise.
Yeah.
Shout out to OSW on that fact on that one and everything. But that's why they moved it over to Wembley Stadium, because they knew they could get a huge crowd over there because they hardly went out, and they could sell the hell out of merchandise. And I think they sold almost $2 million.
Wow.
Just in merchandise.
in '92,
In 92, yeah.
They
when,
said
when a
it-
shirt was probably $10.
Yeah.
OSW said that it accumulated to every person in that stadium at least bought a shirt.
Wow.
For the merchandise sales.
Yeah, it was 80,350. It's the
Man.
fourth largest crowd.
I mean, it
at
was
the time.
huge.
125,000 buys, 2 million in ticket sales.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, it was
crazy.
Impressive.
And so many of those
Host
damn
hope.
foam
I know.
fingers everywhere. Those
Everywhere.
Turquoise
Yeah.
foam fingers.
Yeah.
Shout out
were fucking
turquoise. Great
everywhere.
Very underrated color. I feel like.
Turquoise,
Speaking of
yeah.
turquoise, you got some on your head.
Hey,
right
you
now.
know what? I do. Shout out to the Nashville
And I
Sounds.
like it.
Nashville Sounds, baby.
But yeah,
Let's
it
go.
looked amazing in that state. In that,
It sure did.
And it being outdoors and everything
Right.
too.
And we're at a funny time period for WWE at the WWF at the time. Hogan's gone.
Yep.
And they're trying to figure out who the next person is, right? So
And
Macho's
Warrior's gone as well.
No,
Warrior's
Warrior's
there.
back.
Or
Yeah,
no,
Warrior
Warrior's
came
there.
back.
No,
I
Warrior's
think.
there.
That's
Warrior
right.
came back at the end of Mania. So
Sid's gone too.
Sid's
Yeah.
gone.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're trying to figure out who's the next one. Obviously, Flair's in the mix. Macho's in the mix. Warrior's there in the
Sid
mix.
had to get to that grapefruit league baseball.
Yeah.
Grapefruit.
Bret Hart's young in his tenure. Shawn Michaels is
Bulldog.
there.
This-
Bulldog. All of these guys are new, and they're looking
Flair's
for the
on
next
his way
star.
back out again.
Yes,
The
they're looking
greatest
for the
mullet
next
I
star.
have ever seen in my life is on this SummerSlam.
Yeah.
Yep, Crush's mullet.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
Yeah,
we'll
dude.
get to that. But that was that
Moana crush.
Dude, that Kentucky waterfall was flowing.
That was a Honolulu. That was a Honolulu fucking riverbed.
I mean, that thing was
that thing was stinging, son.
I think
That
that's
damn
what I'm
motor-
going to go for now that I'm growing my hair back out. I think that's what I'm going for.
And they really
I'm going
Go
for
for it.
Crush.
I hate Crush. I hate
Shout out to Kona
Crush.
Ice.
Kona Ice is great.
Shout out Gullah Gullah Island.
Again, we got going.
Anytime you can throw a Gullah Gullah Island reference in there,
We should see how many times we can shout it out in 20 minutes.
I'm here for it.
that Gullah Gullah.
We get a Cal Ripken streak going.
Love it.
But yeah, we get right into it. You said the 80,000 plus was in
Yep.
attendance, $2
Yep.
million in ticket sales.
Had 11 matches total with 3 dark matches in this one.
And I want to say that one of the dark matches was like mid card.
Yeah.
It was
towards
right
the end.
before the main event, I think.
Yeah. Okay. Or towards the, yeah.
Yeah.
Was this the one that had the dark match where the Bushwhackers?
Yes, we had the Bushwhackers leading off with their tag team partner, Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Oh God, aka the Cheap Pops was the name of
Yeah.
that.
That's all this match was, because it was the Mountie and the Nasty Boy going up against the Mountie.
Shout out to the Mountie, dadgummit. I'm still riding with him.
You know what's crazy though? Like I don't remember Hacksaw Jim Duggan winning anything other than like a Superstars match or something.
That motherfucker,
I
lined
barely
up-
remember
that
that.
motherfucker would come out there with the 2x4
And the first
hold
Royal Rumble.
cross-eyed and
Right.
line down in the 3
I bet he leads. I bet he leads the statistic of countouts. 'Cause
Yeah.
I can imagine him jumping out of the ring, grabbing his 2x4,
Just
chasing
leaving.
him to the
I
back.
was thinking about this.
really
All
good
the
fun
matches
fact.
I've seen of Hacksaw Jim Duggan, not the Tex when he was in Texas, but in WWF, the amount of actual wrestling maneuvers I saw Jim Duggan do, and you could probably count them on one hand.
I bet you could. I bet you
Football
could
tackle.
tackle.
Clothesline, line in the 3-point stance.
That's it.
Yep.
Shoulder block.
Hip toss.
Reverse atomic drop.
Or that was
ever.
it. That was,
I mean, hey,
First chin lock, worst move ever.
Hacksaw walked. Hacksaw ran so the Berserker could walk.
Yeah.
Just saying.
These
saying.
motherfuckers got
John
12 and a half minutes.
That's stupid. That is
12 and a half
absolutely
minutes.
Stupid.
And it was most half of it was just them playing around with the crowd.
And we're gonna
Now,
talk
I
about
get
the
it.
time. We're gonna talk
I
about the
get
time
it. You
thing,
want to
too.
get the crowd going for the first match
12
and everything.
minutes,
And the
though.
12
Bushwhackers,
minutes.
the Bushwhackers are going to do that at that time with their and all
they
that shit.
won, didn't they?
Yes, they
They didn't show them
That's
winning.
stupid. That makes no sense.
Guess who wasn't back? Thank the Lord upstairs. Jameson's bitch ass. One and done, you snot-ridden bitch. Can't stand you, motherfucker. I don't care how bad you was a piece of shit.
And you were
were
Jameson
disgusting.
backer.
You wasn't cool.
You're a Jameson fan.
I just find him heartbreaking.
I just find him heartbreaking.
That's all it is.
Felt sorry for him.
That's literally it, though.
taking up for Jameson.
Poor Jameson.
Yeah. I solely hate him for the wind-up.
Yes.
When he had the opportunity to slap the goddamn piss out of dude's mouth, and he wound up and kicked him in the shin like a little bitch.
Yeah, shin kicks
You
a
had it
bitch
on a
move.
T-ball lob this year. They put it on the tee for you. You reared back and did that. You bunted.
Ozzy
motherfucker.
Canseco'd it, dude.
You fucking Ozzy
You got the
Canseco.
Canseco reference in. You got it in.
Shout out to Ozzy Canseco.
He wasn't even an Ozzy Canseco. That motherfucker hit the Ozzy again. He tried to fucking slap bunt and run it out in front of his face.
Damn it.
I had so many pictures in on that.
Fuck you, Jameson. Good riddance.
Poor Jameson.
Okay, there's a clip. What we got?
The second dark match of the night, we had Papa Shango coming off that huge WrestleMania debut for him, going up against Tito Santana in the
It's hard
dark.
for me to ever say anything bad about Charles Wright.
Right.
I loved every character he's had.
Yeah.
This was obviously a great idea.
Yeah.
And I think that there was some cool stuff that he did
Yeah.
in '92.
Yeah.
But I think
this was
it was supposed to be a match against Hogan at this and everything, correct?
And how'd that go?
But you got to think though, there's going to be a lot of changes happening in WWE in the next 6 months or whatever. Because as they go into '93, which is another thing we need to talk about, they go into where they're joining together with USWA, so
Yeah.
the characters start changing. He won't be much
No more
longer before
steroids.
the
Yeah.
Nation of Domination is a thing. So
Yeah.
like all that's built in Memphis. So like you get the whole invasion angle where all the faces from WWE go to Memphis and they become heels. So I liked Papa Shango. I thought
yeah.
it was a great gimmick.
They
for
just
the
screwed
time.
the
They didn't
pooch
have
with him.
anything like that. They just didn't. He could have got the similar push of Undertaker. Why they didn't put them two together in a tag team, I'll never know. Or
Yeah.
a faction, I'll never know. So it made most sense.
But see, they said he was supposed to fight Hogan, and then he ended up fighting who, Tony?
Tito Santana,
There you
of
go.
course.
Yeah.
How do you-
Very
how do you sell
similar.
that?
Yeah.
How do you sell that?
Arriba!
Hey, Papa Shango, come here.
Would you really want to see Papa Shango and Hogan?
But more than him and Tito Santana.
In 1990, maybe.
Really?
I'm saying if you were
And like Saturday night's main
Well,
event.
if you're Papa Shango, I'd rather be going up against
of
Hogan
course,
than I
the
would
bag's
Tito.
10 times
because
the
it
price.
would have been a main event match.
Yeah.
It would have been the main event. Can you imagine Papa Shango in the main event? That would have just didn't make sense.
No,
Well, I mean,
I
Sergeant
agree.
Slaughter was in the main event.
Yeah.
Right, but then what would have happened is he would have squashed him, and then Papa Shango would have been gone. For, we would have never got the Godfather. We'd have never got any of that.
Fat Sherman over here.
Supreme Fighting
I
Machine.
agree.
He'd have never got all
That character was hot garbage.
What? Which one? The
Comma.
fight.
That six-man tag got 12.5 minutes. This match got 6.
Poor Tito Santana.
Oh, Tito.
But
Tito's a great worker,
our first main card match of the night was the tag team match with Legion of Doom, with Paul Early and Rocco.
Yep.
When I tell you Hawk shit the bed in this match,
Dude,
And he don't remember it.
you just have to watch how bad he did.
Dude,
He
So-
messed up from the beginning. Like I've heard Animal tell the story where he pulled his bike up too close,
Yep.
so Animal had to get off on the opposite
And
side.
burned his leg.
He burnt his tights to his leg, and he had to wrestle like that.
Ain't that
Well,
wild?
not only
Yeah.
that, what about when he jumped on the top rope
And
and fucking
Failed-
what's his name ducked off?
IRS.
Yeah,
he ate
IRS said,
shit.
I ain't taking this shit. You're
He
drunk as
ate-
fuck.
yeah.
and he did what you would do in real life and fucking ducked
Side
out at the last
side
minute,
railed it.
and it looked like Hawk bit the dust.
I was wondering what he got a hold to, because they were in another country, so you didn't
They said
legally bring
he,
that over.
they said Placidils, which is like muscle relaxers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They said he was completely destroyed.
After that,
Wow.
after, he didn't even come back from the trip. After
No,
this, he
stayed
went
with the
straight to
Hell's
Japan.
Angels. Yeah, he
This
stayed with the
is
Hell's
what we
Angels.
talked about in those previous episodes, where Bret Hart says in that 92 year in review, where Hawk lost his he completely lost his shit with the whole ventriloquist shit.
With the Rocco
Yeah.
stuff.
When that Rocco stuff happened, he just went off the deep end.
yeah, because
He was already doing the
He probably thought he was really talking to him.
That's what I'm saying.
What's
He
the
was
muscle relaxer called?
Placidils.
And he get these in like.
That's back when they were just getting them. Yeah, they were just. I mean,
I'm
they
just
were
saying, like he
prescribed
wouldn't. I mean, if they were
The genius
legally,
probably gave him to him.
he wouldn't have been able to get it. They were in another country.
They were prescription pills that he was just
Yeah.
getting.
Oh,
that they
okay.
were getting. That he was
That's
just
crazy.
abusing them.
And you gotta. I mean, back then, I mean
It's like taking.
It's like
Xanax,
Somas?
probably. Yeah, Somas.
Okay.
back
Same
then
shit.
you could
Yeah.
probably get through TSA easier than what you could
Oh
now.
yeah, because it's just like well, they're prescribed. That's just what they
Yeah.
are.
And if it was a private plane, they probably didn't even go through security or anything, so it's probably easy to get it over there. I'll say this: like this was probably one of the best matches I saw from Money Inc.
Oh yeah, Money equals a
As
solid.
they were a
tag
great
team.
heel tag team. We've expressed. We'll talk about natural disasters as well, but they were a great heel tag team, and I think this is one of the best matches I saw from both of them together. I love the art of deception and distraction. It was heavy in this match. This was aside from Hulk pretty much shit in the bed, I think this was a pretty decent match. Fun fact, what I didn't know was this was the last time LOD would be together until 96.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I didn't know that. Like I was like, wow, 3 years of him being in Japan or him being off doing whatever, and Animal was just kind of there doing whatever.
Animal was done with him.
Yeah.
Well, during that time frame, didn't Crush when he one
he
of
came
the
in-
other
he came
Road
in
Warriors
for-
in something?
Came in, as Road Warrior Crush for a second.
Oh, I don't remember
Yeah.
that at all.
It was
Was it
just
like
brief.
Japan?
No, it was with Animal.
it was
It was
Really?
WWE. It
Now
was
see,
just
that
brief.
would have made sense, but
For
I
like house shows and
Yeah.
shit. Yeah.
because I mean in '96, well, actually when they come back for the Attitude Era, you got Draws, and then you got what's the other guy in the 2000s? Came back with
Oh,
Animal?
Heidenreich.
Heidenreich. You got him. So
What happened
Crush
to
would have
that
made
dude?
sense.
What'd you
Crush
think
would've
of?
made
What'd you think of Ted DiBiase's all whites?
I did. I
I
dug it.
love that look.
They
Of
look
Yeah.
the
good.
white boots, the white
And
trunks.
LOD's gold shoulder
The
pads.
gold
is
shoulder
cool.
What
pads.
I had trouble understanding too was Hawk being so fucked off. He was in the match almost the whole
Because
time.
Animal can't do shit.
Yeah.
Animal was
Animal
the
couldn't work.
He
He
came
just-
in for
Yeah.
the hot spots. Animal
Yeah,
couldn't work.
That's true.
The worst
I mean, he
finish
used the power
ever to
moves.
this match was they won off a power slam.
Yeah, they didn't do
And it
the
was the most
Doomsday
basic
device.
one.
They
I
tried
don't
setting
blame
up
'em.
for the Doomsday device, and
Yeah.
they're like,
It was the most basic ass bitch, dude. Fucking power. It wasn't a running one.
They got
It wasn't
15
like
minutes.
a sidewalk slam.
Yeah, but
I've
that
heard
match
picked
went
him up and
long,
slammed
man.
him.
That was
Yeah.
a long match.
But in a normal situation though, like that's not bad because
No.
it would have been a lot of high impact stuff going on. Like
But it-
that
how
wouldn't have been
much?
bad for
15
them.
15 minutes. But see, that 15 minutes felt like 30 because it was.
It did.
So many spots were fucked up. There's one time when he tries to do a neck breaker, and
Yeah.
the motherfucker just
Just
falls
falls.
before
Yeah.
he even does the neck break. He don't even get to
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah, it was rough. I mean,
bad. It was
I
really
would have
bad.
rather seen Money Inc. and the Natural Disasters in the tag team.
There is one positive that I'll say when we get to that. There wasn't a lot positive on this, but we'll get to it when
Yeah.
we talk about that match.
but and because And Natural Disaster got the belts from at a house show.
Yeah.
Won the belts in a house show.
Which we've talked about the last couple pay-per-views,
So
how
ridiculous.
terribly booked they were when they should have been the powerhouse tag
Yeah.
team. We'll talk about
It should have
that.
been a rematch
Yes.
from WrestleMania.
Absolutely.
Then winning the belts, and then we have the rematch against Money Inc.
Absolutely.
But
Yeah.
we didn't. Then your favorite part coming up, we have the promo first.
There's
was
a
the
Ric
Mr.
Flair and a Virgil promo in
Why
between
was the
those.
Mr. Perfect thing such a big deal? Like,
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I didn't get that either.
well, so supposedly there was Ric Flair was playing Macho Man and Ultimate Warrior, saying that they were both in cahoots with Mr. Perfect.
Yeah.
and that he was going to be in the corner of one of them or whatever. So they both had evidence that substantial evidence that it was gonna, like, one of them was in cahoots with him. But apparently, I don't know why Mr. Perfect was such a big storyline at this point. Why Flair wasn't on this card wrestling, I don't understand. None of that.
And then that sneaky Mean Gene done what he done.
He got
does
pissed. He got
best.
pissed about that promo.
Yeah. Well,
He got
sorry, Mean Gene. Everyone
Yeah.
doesn't have to give you the scoop.
Yeah, got his-
So you can
got-
go
got his
pimp
little
it out.
voice raised.
They want to go pimp out the scoop.
Then fucking it cuts to what's his name?
Lord Alfred.
Lord
Alfred
Alfred
Yeah.
Hayes, that was the worst.
Trying to knock on somebody's door.
Like
and
Warrior's
he's
door.
barged in.
Like he's
Like a
Warrior.
5-year-old drew that Warrior logo.
Well, and not only that, when he tries to go in the door, they slam the door back because they didn't want him in there. Oh, he tries to act like mad, like they're wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Motherfucker, you just trying to break in their own
No.
room.
So you jumped the gun. The
Acting
first
like
one was he
him.
went to Macho Man's dressing room 1st. Then he went to Warriors in the second promo.
Yeah.
That
one of the
Warrior
worst I
logo.
have
That
seen.
Warrior logo looked like a fucking kindergartner drew that on his door for him.
terrible.
In the Warrior's mind, it's like a kindergartner. So.
It's like they took it's like
He
they
drew
did a
it.
service for Make a Wish to put that on.
Oh man, that was
That's bad. I
awful.
should've-
And then after this, we got that stupid.
That Virgil
Had a booger in his nose the size of Wembley Stadium.
Dude,
He come in there like, I'm never gonna give up in the fight because I'm too legit to quit.
he legit pulled
That
out.
boy had that damn annexation of Puerto Rico snot.
Dude.
He took booger sugar to a whole nother level.
Put that picture on the screen.
Why was he defending the boss man though? That's why Virgil? Why was he defending boss man?
Because nails had to be dealt with, dude. Boss man already got handled by nails.
After I get done, I'm gonna get some meat sauce.
We didn't get to see that. That was at a house show as well.
What about them trying
What was
to
that
alter
second?
Nails' voice though? How,
God.
how ridiculous did that sound?
Nails, man. Nails.
But yeah,
What about him and then him filing the SA charges on Vince McMahon, which back then sounded insane, but now so.
it makes
That's
sense.
what's funny about all this
point.
because, like, anybody remember how Nails won the match
No.
with a chokehold?
No,
Well, Chuck-
yeah, that's
Yeah.
all he
Chokehold
does
the
is
whole
He
match.
does like the
Original.
That's all he did was like.
Because he learned how to wrestle in prison.
Well, so and it's funny you say that because, like, it's funny you say that. Like his gimmick was obviously a convict.
Yeah, and he slid underneath the way he slid underneath the ring.
Yes.
It was like he was sliding underneath barbed wire.
So
They said.
December of '92, right? December of '92, he gets in the altercation with Vince over his payout from SummerSlam.
Yeah.
He's fired. Obviously, he shows up in WCW as the Prisoner.
Yeah.
Same
Same
get up.
outfit.
Prisoner.
Same
Same
outfit.
get up.
And then he got sued and said you can't play the convict role
Yeah.
anymore, so he had to stop. And I don't know what happened to him after
Well,
that.
he got mad because he got fucking $8,000 from Vince McMahon for payout.
That's worth it for the match. Did you
He
watch
didn't
that?
deserve that.
You had a 3-4 minute match.
Oh,
you got to
man.
pay $8,000 for it.
With zero wrestling moves.
No, I know, but I'm saying there's no who did he fight again? Oh, Virgil. Virgil didn't get more than $8,000. Virgil got a
Poor
number 2
Virgil.
at Wendy's, and fucking breadsticks and Olive Garden,
Breadsticks from Fazoli's.
and he needed to get a damn box of Kleenex.
Man, I'm telling you, man.
Dude, both
That
nostrils.
boy, that Virgil was the original boogeyman. Goddamn
And I'm coming to get you.
it, the original
He
boogeyman.
pulled out, because I'm too legit to quit.
That
did the whole
motherfucker,
motion.
that motherfucking
I
booger
hate
coming
him.
out of Virgil's nose had 34-inch Mickey Thompson tires. That motherfucker had winch. Had everything.
Like
on
zoom
it.
in on that picture.
My thing is, those were not live promos.
Right. They couldn't reshoot
That's the
that.
best they
Talk
could
about
get.
That was a taped promo.
He couldn't do it
They
again.
gave such little of a fuck about Virgil. They said, "Look, dude,
Just
Virgil's
run it.
got a big ass fucking cocaine booger just fucking resting on the fucking tip of his nose."
Just run it.
And they're like, "Just run it. It's Virgil. It's fine.
No
I don't
one's
want to
gonna
use any
watch
more
it.
reels."
How long was that match?
3 minutes and 55 seconds.
I bet the promo was just as long.
Way too
Nah, his promo was quick though. He
He was punching that air.
Motherfucker was firing them all, fool.
Sucking rock'em robot. Who was it? Jeff? Who was interviewing? It wasn't Mean Gene.
it was Sean Mooney.
Sean Mooney.
Yeah.
And they're dodging. Get hit.
Sean Mooney.
Enough Mooney.
The weird thing about it was London loved Virgil. Like they were.
Well,
all
I mean,
into
I
it.
loved Virgil back then. I didn't know no different. I didn't know he wasn't good.
We loved all the faces back then.
It's just, you just loved the good guys, and you didn't like the bad guys.
Oh, man.
Wasn't after this one like the model or something?
Yeah, they had Shawn Michaels and Rick the Modern Martel.
Worst feud ever.
But
I mean-
boy, Sherry put on a show, boys.
Cheeked up, boy. She was cheeked up.
Was she cheeky, Sherry?
Oh,
up,
she
boy.
was cheeky.
Boy,
And I don't. and-
She
but
didn't buy the rest of the outfit. That's what it was.
I don't remember Sherry like. There's like a small window of time where I remember Sherry being that way. Like
were just
dressing
young.
that way.
I always remember Sherry being that way. Tits and ass, bro.
cheek,
She was
bro.
cheeked up.
I always,
She was hideous to look at with that makeup.
I always
She
thought,
always had that thing out and them things out. Most of the time.
I always thought her and Rick Martel were married.
Well, that's the
But
thing.
they're
Yeah,
not-
Sherry
yeah.
Martel, Rick Martel, they never,
I never thought about.
they
that.
never even thought about.
I always
wild.
thought they were
Never
married,
thought about
but they're
that.
not. They're not even kin. They're not
They never
nothing.
even bring it up.
Yeah.
They have the same last name.
I
thought
never
about that.
thought about that.
Yeah.
I will say this though, they are running out of gimmicks because this is the second manager gimmick that they've done in the duration of like 3 matches. Like there's 2 manager gimmicks going on right now.
I still like the
That's
sexy
a good-
boy version of her.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Coming out with the carrying the
the
mirror.
mirror.
Yeah,
for no reason.
I dug that.
That's
And
my
it's-
favorite Shawn Michaels.
I like
That's when he
that.
is that when he threw her down, or was
Yeah.
that Mania?
That was Mania.
Yeah.
Yeah. Threw her down. She was carrying the mirror behind
That's
him
what
and
it was.
everything.
But it's stupid. The stipulation of this match is you can't slap them in the like. There's no
Worse.
punches in the
I-
face.
I hated every-
worst stipulation.
But I
ever.
hated it even as a kid. I
That's
hated
that
this
Jake
match.
Paul ruling. That's that Jake Paul
Can't
fucking
punch him in the
rules.
face.
But I like the promo that they put out of Rick playing tennis with the arrogance.
yeah.
Yeah,
He has long hair in
The
the,
original
promo.
fragrance Frankie, dude.
He has in the promo. He has long hair, but then in the match he has short hair.
yeah. And I
He didn't
will,
bring it overseas with him. He left it.
and I will say this: they showed way too much ass in this match between the guys. Like every roll up, they had to pull the
there's
tights
some
down.
there's
Like, way
cheeks
too
out.
much. So I'm like,
a
what
lot
the?
of cheeks out.
What was going on here?
Sean's ass was out. I think a good chunk. Up
Vince
against the
booked
ropes.
that.
Sean and Rick Rude were notorious for that. Like
Rick Rude did it all
Rick
the
Rude
time,
did it
yeah.
all the time.
Yeah.
But
They
of
got
course-
it from Flair. That's who they
Yeah,
took it
Flair's
from.
original.
Yeah, but Sherry took some bumps in this match at the
she's
end of this
great,
match,
yeah.
though.
I don't
man.
understand the whole fainting thing. Like, did she want to be like a damsel in distress?
Yeah.
Like,
I
what
think
was
she was.
this?
Yeah, that's what it was.
It was a rule to count out on that.
I
The
like
amount
this
of
match
fucking
other than
pay
the
per view count out finishes, but yet they're title changing
Yep.
on fucking house shows.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
Makes no
it
sense,
makes
bro.
no sense because once again we have that to discuss in a couple matches as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, the biggest.
You can tell Sean's a star. You can
Oh
see it
yeah,
coming.
oh yeah.
Rick Martel was underrated too, though. He was a
Rick
good
Martel
worker.
was great at putting
Put people over.
great worker, great heel.
Just didn't have the charisma that some of the other ones had.
But he
I
did.
think.
He was perfect for that role. Like
Yes.
same with
Yeah.
he was able to facilitate a role to put like the middle card guy to put people over.
Yeah.
I think he
Martel did. Martel's body of work was, I mean, cheesy at the
Underrated.
time, but it was underrated.
Yep.
He was a cool
underrated
heel.
for sure.
Yeah.
He played that gimmick perfect.
I mean, from a story standpoint, if we didn't have the whole Mr. Perfect gimmick going on, I thought this was a cool story, and 2 great workers to pull it off. Sean's a few months away from winning the IC title for the first time.
Yeah.
So, clearly, like Chad said, clearly he's a star, and we know it. And they fed him the right people. Tito Santana,
Yeah.
Rick Martel, they fed him the right people to get him on track, right? So,
Well, then we come back to the tag team title match. You have the Natural Disasters versus the Beverly Brothers.
let's talk about this
With the
match.
genius.
Let's
with
talk-
the genius.
Look, the,
Fuck the
the
genius.
disrespect for the Natural Disasters had just ridiculous.
It's been going on for 2 years in this little run we've been.
How long
talking
this
about.
match go?
This match went 10 minutes and 30 seconds
Against a team that has not won a match all year.
Yeah.
They're a jobber tag team, and the most biggest dominating tag team you've got, the champions, clearly, went 10 minutes with them and gave them way too much. Like should. This match right here should have been the what
match.
Crush and them get the next match? 2 minutes.
3.5, 2.5.
That should have been the finish. 3 minutes, they go out there, kick their ass, they're in the back. That's simple.
5 minutes.
The way they treated them was them as a face did not work. Them as a face tag team didn't work. They should have stayed heels.
I tell you what, the crowd loved Earthquake.
They loved them.
Yeah.
The only thing that I take away positive from this is you see how fucking good John Tenta is.
Exactly.
That last
That minute to minute and a half stretch where he's coming in there,
Yeah.
he did that one standing kick.
Yeah, that's
front
what the crane kick.
The crane kick, he did that. John Tenta, bro, like
He looked 50, but he was 23.
Uncle Fred fucked up a lot in this match. He fucked up
did.
a breaker too.
Yes, he did.
And the damn Beverly bitch
Steps on his
had
head.
the nerve to get mad at him. Like
Yeah.
you wouldn't even be in this predicament if you didn't have them to get your ass whooped by.
Yes.
So first of all, Bo or whatever the fuck it was, Beverly.
But the squash finish worked with them as a face though. Like
Yeah.
there's no reason they should have went 10 minutes with a.
They
That'd be
said
like
5
them going
minutes.
out there with the bushwhackers and going 10
Maybe
minutes.
it's because
like,
they didn't give him hardly any time. The other
That's
two
fair.
pay-per-views, they had the screwball finish of the count out and the count out again. And
But there was some bogus matches after this that did. I mean, you could have stalled with them. Like
The next match
to
shouldn't even
build
been on
them
on
up.
SummerSlam.
They should have went out 3 minutes. They're in the back. They're drinking beer. Like it just. They just booked them so wrong, man, for such a powerhouse team.
Yeah, especially what you showed at the end of that match with Earthquake of
Yeah.
him just rolling.
my
And
thing,
for being so big, he was so fucking good.
my thing is too, and they say it on shout out to OSW. They say it too, and it was a great comparison. Like they just show up and they just have the belts, and they're like, oh, they won it at a house show.
Right.
That's like they said that'd be like watching Friends, and they're like, oh yeah, such and such and such and such are married already. They got married last episode.
Yeah,
Right.
Rachel and
Yeah, but they didn't show it. They didn't talk about it. They just like, oh yeah, they're married now. So yeah.
Well, exactly.
There wasn't the luxury of the televised like Raws and SmackDowns at the time. So really the house show was when things were happening.
Yeah.
So
But they did 2 countouts on big pay-per-views
Yes.
and then gave them the titles on a fucking house show.
right.
Yeah.
Like,
right.
why not let them, everybody see them win the title?
Have that
Exactly.
moment.
Superstars was big at the time, though. I mean,
Yeah.
they just did it on there if you're gonna do it.
Yeah, so
Exactly.
at least on
Yeah.
television, prime time, anything,
Yeah,
bro.
seriously,
Wrestling
they had
Challenge or
there was
whatever
stuff
it
that was on. They just they were big on that house.
For
show.
whatever reason, they just didn't want.
Anything can happen.
It was just the disrespect for them as a tag team more than anything, and then
Yeah.
John Tenta as a performer, man, just the
And
disrespect.
the crowd loved him.
Loved him.
Loved him.
At least he got that moment.
Yeah.
At least he.
It's 'cause
they
I
got to
feel like-
defend it, and he at
If
least.
That
this was
finish
91, it
cool.
wouldn't have happened because I feel like anytime there was a crowd reaction bigger than Hogan's, they start pulling them down or doing
Yeah.
something stupid with them. Like it's just they deserve more than that. That 3 pay-per-view stretch, they were so disrespected.
Oh,
man. so
100%.
poorly booked.
I think we're the Natural Disaster's biggest backers.
Oh man, for sure.
Shout out Big Back too.
Speaking of that next match, you had Kona Crush versus the Repo Man. So you had former tag team
I was
partners.
gonna say you saw Axe and Crush from Demolition fighting each
Yeah,
other.
it's pretty
It's
much
really-
yeah.
And you get to realize
Crush
how
is
much
on
fucking
Ico
bigger
Pro.
Crush is
Got one.
than fucking Smash.
Yeah.
You didn't
Monstrous.
notice that.
I
when they were
never noticed that
Demolition.
when
No.
they were Demolition.
Monstrous.
But
I think it's
Repo
monstrous.
Man, and granted, he was walking kind of hunchy, hunched over. That was kind of his gimmick.
And he lost some weight too.
He did lose some weight.
He did
But
lose
you
some
just
weight.
get to see how like they look. They don't even.
Yeah.
Look, they were tagged.
He towered
And
over.
Well, I
didn't
wonder
even
if
think
that
about
was.
that
I wonder if
till-
Darso was one of the Royd guys, and he got off because I mean he was small, substantially smaller than Crush.
Oh yeah.
And they built Crush up to be this powerhouse.
They tried.
He
They
tried.
It
Yeah.
never
Did not
worked. He
work.
just did not. He was lacking that charisma thing.
Because he never
Yeah.
crossed paths. I don't remember him ever crossing paths with like Kamala or Taker or
He
Vicious.
had
or
that
any-
feud with Doink, but that,
He had so many. Then he had,
Yeah.
he had the thing with Macho.
He did have the thing with Macho. You're right.
Yeah.
WrestleMania 10.
And it
go
didn't
back
work.
though if y'all
You're
get a chance. I'm taking this to the grave with me. The all-time worst theme song of all time was at Repo Man when the SummerSlam '92. I just couldn't. It was so bad. It's the worst one I've ever heard in my life. Dude.
You could argue that's one of the all-time worst
It had no business on
characters
anything.
in
Repo
wrestling.
Man.
And Crush had the worst finisher of all
I
time.
mean,
They
for
had Crush.
for a heel.
It was
If
that
you're-
Ico Pro, I'm telling you.
But why? So,
What it
but
was.
what I'm trying to understand about Repo Man is a Repo Man is like somebody that drives a truck around and goes and picks up. He had like the fucking thing, like the
like he's
Ninja
a
Turtle
robber.
thing on his face.
He's robbing
Yeah, he
people.
wasn't a repo man. He was
mark
just a
across
blatant thief.
Yeah.
He wasn't a repo. He didn't repossess people's vehicles or their houses.
He's
Or
basically Ezel from Friday.
And I think he was gone right after this too.
The greatest
He wants to be the
faction of all
blacktop
time
bully.
would have been
Yeah,
Repo.
that's right.
Blacktop bully.
he went and got his ass whooped on a damn flatbed. Going down Interstate 75 with Dustin Rhodes, fucking 93.
Who's bullying flatbeds? I think the OSW said that. It's like, what's the name by who bullies around with flatbed trucks?
The greatest faction we missed out on of all time would have been Repo Man and Crime Time. We missed out on that. We
With-
never got that.
with the IRS.
R.I.P. Shad.
With our-
R.I.P. Shad. But we missed out on that. We never got that.
But
I know
it
Shucks.
was an awful match.
Awful match.
It was a squash match, crush squash, Repo Man.
It was terrible.
Yeah, and then we had the WWF Championship match in the middle of the card with Ultimate Warrior wearing that body, same colored bodysuit.
What was with
horrible
that? That time
Called
period.
that he couldn't be on steroids no more.
Why was he doing that,
He
though?
borrowed it from John Gonzalez.
And I'm cool with that.
It was
but
like a shaven John Gonzalez
it was
suit.
the flesh-colored like singlets. Why was you in the ring looking like you like butt naked? Like what was that about?
It was so
that makes sense though with the
many-
steroids
weird.
because
Yeah, it
he
was
get
a
paint
bit-
on.
yeah, that's
he get
why.
paint on his muscles and
But he was
everything.
still pretty
he was
good.
definitely
Yeah, he
he
was-
cut,
yeah.
but he wasn't like.
But
oh
he
my
wasn't what
gosh.
people are used to seeing,
Yeah.
though, and they
Yeah.
didn't want to show that.
But you had him and Macho go 28 minutes,
Yes.
yeah.
and Macho carried
Went
carried.
on and on.
That
and
was
on.
that was a good match for
The
it to
only
be
time
so
it
wasn't
long
a bad
and
match
for it
at
The
to
all.
only
be-
time you
for it
could
to be
watch
him.
Ultimate Warrior wrestle and not be feeling like you're suffering is against the
Macho Man.
And you
That's
said
it.
that. You said that a couple
Both
episodes
Both
ago.
times,
Fact.
bro. Both
Fact.
times. That's the
Yeah.
only time you
Because
can watch
Macho
an Ultimate
carried
Warrior
him.
match and be like, damn, this is a good match.
But
I
it's
heard
weird.
they actually literally got along
Yeah.
backstage, and
Yeah.
Warrior listened to him, and so
I mean, a lot of
clearly the chemistry was there.
A lot of times, like all these people now that are talking bad about Warrior makes me think that maybe they were just jealous. Because a lot of when Warrior comes out and actually starts stating facts about people, he seemed to have got along with everybody. Like Macho being one of them. They said Andre hated him, but like it just people.
I think Macho Man is the only one I knew of that didn't that liked him, right?
That's about the only one I've heard. Somebody else.
Obviously,
said they liked
Hogan and him
though.
didn't. Jake
Yeah.
hated him. Andre hated him. So I
He
don't-
said that Herman Taker got along really well. I did hear that.
Yeah. But
yeah, no, I don't know.
I don't know. This was a good match for what it was. It was,
Yeah,
you know,
another screwy finish though.
I don't
Yeah,
see how
can't
they can
fucking
call
have a
it the
clean
main
finish.
event though.
Well-
I mean, because it's for the championship,
Yeah.
but
For me, I would have much rather have seen Macho and Warrior versus Ric Flair, Mr. Perfect in a tag match. Because if you're not,
You're not gonna change the belt
title's
anyway.
important.
Yeah.
Yeah, the title's important. And really, a couple months after this, Flair wins. Flair wins, and then Flair drops the title to Bret Hart.
Yeah.
So that happens in the next few months. I think Flair had
At
the
a
belt for a
house
month
show.
and a half
What-
at a
what
house
ma-
show.
What was the first ever triple threat match in WWF?
That's a good question.
Because why couldn't you have a Flair?
You didn't
Warrior?
get those. Yeah, I don't remember in the
Why
90s.
could-
there
why
being-
couldn't you have a
That wasn't
Flair?
That wasn't much of a thing back in
I
the
know
day.
that's
so.
what
That's
I'm
a
curious.
good question.
But it would
yeah,
have been such a better match. The whole and Flair and Perfect come out halfway through the match,
Right.
and
And-
start messing with everything.
Because also wasn't it like when Macho realized that they were helping, like he got mad.
yeah,
Yep.
and it wouldn't do the elbow drop off the top
This ends
rope.
in a count out. Like it's stupid. You had two matches, end in a count out. Like I just don't get it.
Here we go. Triple threat, first ever triple threat match in the history of WWE was on an episode of Raw in June. IC Championship, Owen Hart, accompanied by Brian Pillman versus Triple H, accompanied by Chyna versus Goldust, accompanied by Marlene.
Oh wow, okay,
Nice.
so it's way later then. Okay,
Wow.
okay,
Interesting.
Wow,
Yeah.
okay.
Because I don't remember ever seeing a triple threat match in any capacity during this time. So
Yeah, that would have made the most sense if you just booked that with Flair, Macho, and Warrior, especially with how the outcome came of the match. So.
and supposedly what I'd heard on this also was that Warrior was supposed to turn heel and partner with Perfect.
I heard that too.
But he refused to do so, and they had to change the finish last minute.
Okay.
So
Yeah, but yeah, screw finish. Randy holds on to the belt and everything.
Which, I mean, he should have.
Oh, yeah.
Because, I
It's
mean,
a-
what they're really trying to see at this point if Randy is the guy. Because, again, Hogan's not there.
Yeah.
Somebody has to carry it. Obviously, Flair can. We don't know about Bret Hart just yet. Warrior,
Crowd
they
was
don't
hot-
trust.
they were hot for
obviously.
Macho.
Sure, but obviously they don't trust Warrior at this point. There's no Sid. So
Michael's
Macho
just
is the
off,
most
yeah.
likely person to carry it.
But and you really can't take the crowd into effect. And everybody, they were hot for everybody
Sure.
in this crowd because they don't get to see him as much. They loved everybody that came out to the
Right.
ring and
Well,
everything.
you've got to put them there because you can't put British Bulldog there. You can't follow that.
No,
Right.
No,
Not in the UK.
can't-
You have to save them for the end.
Yes.
Because
and
there's
you,
no
you have to
following
have a
it.
title change at the end of that too. You can't go home on a screwy
Exactly.
finish like that after a 3-hour.
They did it at
pay-per-view.
WrestleMania. They did it at WrestleMania.
But
so.
and going overseas with it,
Sure.
it's everything. But yeah, that makes the most sense with you gotta have Bulldog to wrap it up with. After that match, you had a 3-minute and 30-second squash match with The Undertaker and Kamala.
Dopest entrance of the night, I think.
Yes, best
Taker's-
entrance of the night. Taker's entrance with the hearse.
And I'll say this. I mean, Kamala don't get the credit he deserves as a big man. The character, he was the perfect setup for Taker at this time.
No,
right?
yeah.
The match wasn't. We had no expectations of this. Of course, this sets up the Survivor Series coffin match, which is again another perfect match to put Taker over and to play into Kamala's fear of the coffin.
Yeah.
It
That's
was
a big difference of payoff.
Sure,
Yeah,
in their
huge
feud.
difference.
for
Yeah.
sure. But
Yeah.
I think
That was a big
Kamala
thing
was
Kamala always
great.
griped about.
Yeah.
I think he was a great.
I love Kamala.
Yeah, I think great character. I think he was a great antagonist for
He
Taker.
played his role great.
Yeah,
Brooklyn Brawler is Kim Chi.
Yep.
Yeah, I
didn't
forgot
know-
about
I
that
didn't
one.
know
Yeah,
that.
That's true.
I did not know that.
It's so true.
I never knew that
Yeah.
until I watched OSW.
but again, another stupid finish. It was a disqualification finish.
Yeah.
So
Can't even put Undertaker over clean.
right.
and then you
Yeah,
had
some bad times for sure with the company.
you had the third dark match of the night.
Yep.
Right here, right before the main event, you had Tatanka versus the Berserker.
They were trying with
Fuji.
Tatanka.
I mean, why
man.
even
They were
why even
trying.
do that match?
Well,
It doesn't make no sense,
Popcorn
man.
match.
yeah, popcorn match just to get. I
They've
mean,
had
Take
three,
a
though.
piss break before.
Yeah, exactly. Most
They
of
have
the
it-
car was popcorn matches.
Right, right.
And you had Roddy Piper play the bagpipes.
that's right. Yeah, you had Roddy Piper come out. He hadn't been there since been around since Mania, then come out playing the
I'm starting to
bagpipes.
put Piper on the shit list too. Like,
I mean, he kind of deserves it.
yeah, I mean, him and I love Macho Man. I love Macho Man, but him, Piper, Hogan, Macho Man, they're all on the same
Warrior,
shit list.
Goldberg.
They're all on the same shit list. Like,
I tell you what,
I'm
Berserker.
disagreeing.
Berserker had the one of the look what body wise was amazing.
he was another
His
one that I
gimmick,
think,
his gimmick was goofy as hell, but his body, he's like Hillbilly Jim. It's like a guy you wouldn't want to fuck with.
but he's one of those guys that they should have just pushed toward Taker. Let's build up Taker
Yeah.
as this unstoppable person. Let's feed him the Berserker. Let's feed him Kamala. Let's feed him all these useless like jobber guys with terrible gimmicks, and let's let Taker run through them.
And at least the Berserker could somewhat go.
He could go, yeah.
He was one of them badass Minnesota
Minnesotans.
dudes.
Yeah.
He went to school with Rick Rude.
Had them hair Jordans on, Bobby
Them
said.
hair Jordans. No, I think the Berserker. I mean, his gimmick was kind of stupid, but
Yeah.
again, I look at the time frame. He didn't need to talk.
No.
I thought that was better than
Berserkers
talking.
don't
That's
talk.
Terrifying.
Right.
I watched a shoot interview with him recently. I don't think you wanted to hear him talk. He's got the most Minnesota.
Oh, yeah.
Very Minnesota, almost Canadian.
Yeah, well, you betcha.
But no, I think the gimmick was different, and again, he was badass in Minnesota at AWA. They booked him wrong.
Yeah.
They booked him wrong.
Yeah, man.
Booked him with the wrong people. Tatanka, they tried to push him to the moon.
It just didn't.
Tatanka, can you imagine if we go into '93 with Tatanka and Crush being the top faces in
They
the
were
company?
trying.
They were trying.
They were trying to put
They were trying.
that Kentucky waterfall, and then they had the red rooster.
Terrible.
Call it
The red-
yeah.
Off Tatanka. All right, and then the main event, you had a 25-minute match with the British Bulldog and Bret Hart for the IC title.
Brett
The-
Carey did, and
The
Brett Carey
promos
did bad.
before
Right.
Yeah,
best promo Bret's put out ever probably to date,
yeah.
and everything that we've covered.
I mean, he
Definitely
was.
one of his good ones. He didn't have many good ones.
Yeah.
that one was a good one.
Bulldogs was goofy. in
He
my
was
opinion.
Bulldog
blaming-
was fucked.
Him
all
and
the way
Hawk
off,
were hanging
bro.
out before.
Yeah. This is true because
Bulldog was
and
fucked
Jim Neidhart.
off, so.
Jim Neidhart was because evidently before this match he was on a 2-week bender.
That's
with
what Brett said in that interview. He talked about how Davey was just
Yeah, it was
out of
bad.
his gourd during that time.
Well, the weird thing about this was Brett pitched this idea while Davey was suspended for like steroid use, so he wasn't even on TV at the time.
Because
And I think this was going to be a ladder match also originally.
Oh, I heard that too. Yeah.
Because the match, he was supposed to drop the belt to Sean
Yeah.
at this at SummerSlam and everything.
So he pitched the idea of it being Davey, the hometown guy, all of this. Yeah, we were going to get the first ladder match a year and a half before we ever got the actual ladder match. So
and that probably rubbed Sean the wrong way too with it and everything. But Sean,
Vince rubbed him the right way. That's what it is.
yeah, that's what I hear.
shout out Johnny Gill. Rub me the right way and go.
I love that song.
I mean,
So
Brett,
good.
Brett did everything he can to kind of push this on Davey, like it was Davey's fault. All the family issues were happening, and I mean, we were seeing way too much of Stu Hart on TV at this time, also.
and I
hated that.
Yeah.
I hated that.
If you notice, if you look at any history of Bret Hart interviews, I need you to go find me one where he takes blame for something. I'm
never-
not ever going to find it. It's never
It
Bret's
was
fault.
Bill
bro.
Goldberg's fault that
It's never. That was Goldberg's fault.
No, it's
That
Bill
one
Goldberg's
spot.
fault that the British Bulldog
But I
was
don't
on a
ever
2-week crack
see-
binge.
Right, but I'm saying, and how I found out about that delusion with Bret Hart and where he thinks of himself is when he said he starts grading everybody and he says Ric Flair's in ring he's a 2,
Yeah.
and then he starts talking about himself and he said promo I feel like I'm a 7. It's like Bret, you're the worst promos of all time. But the fact that you tell yourself that, that's all I needed to hear.
Yeah.
But then like it's never his fault. It's always I feel like every idea of his was the right one.
Yeah.
You could just see that's how he was.
But again, Vince put him and Sean in. I think he put him and Sean in the same category. He gave Brett way too much. He gave Sean way too much during the time period when the business was down.
Mm-hmm.
He gave him way too much. So if WWE would have folded at that time, it was nobody but Vince's fault. Vince gave them too much.
Oh yeah, he was. They were running the asylum essentially.
Really?
well, as messed up as Bulldog was in this, he still. I mean,
good-
I mean,
That's what
Bulldog put
impresses
on.
me. Yeah.
Bulldog put on a. Now, granted, Brett
Because
carried
he was
the
so
match,
good when he was
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
So
but Bulldog
he was
went.
Just,
He was on messed up knee too.
You got to think he was just, at that point he was just going. He was just going off
Instinct.
of like instinct,
Yeah.
and natural
It
ability.
was impressive.
I mean,
So it made it work, and you wouldn't even. We didn't know that till years later that he was fucked
know.
off.
Yeah, that's
you
what
could
I'm
tell
saying.
Hulk was fucked off.
Oh yeah.
but you couldn't even tell that about Bulldog.
Hawk was in.
I
there.
mean, this was the right. It was the right call.
Oh yeah, it had to
I
be.
mean,
Yeah.
Brett did business the right way. Obviously, it was a huge pop. What I didn't like, they bring all the Hart family. I'm tired of looking at the Hart family at this time.
Yeah, what was
For
the sister's
4
name?
months. Diana.
Yeah, the little cuts to her during the match. Oh,
She was just as messed up as Davey was.
oh, here's a tear coming out of my eye.
Yeah.
Get fucked.
But like, so Davey, but they made the right call. But then Davey drops the belt like a month and a half later
Yeah.
to Sean and disappears for a few years.
They get suspended, don't he?
Well, he's gone.
Yeah.
He's just gone.
Well, I mean, thank you.
And then Brett beats Flair for the WWE title at the time. So like, and then we start the ascension of Bret Hart at a house show in Canada. So I mean, it had to. I guarantee you that's why the title change happened, because they were in Canada.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it had to be.
But the match itself, again, Brett carried it, and I will never say too much positive about Brett as a worker, but he was great. I mean, he carried the match. Davey was completely messed up the whole time. It was just a weird time for WWE, man. Like nobody was really carrying the weight.
Yeah, exactly.
Nobody.
They're still, and I don't even know what to rate this. I would probably rate it like back then. I probably rated it a 6 or a 7. Now I'd rate it like a 3.
Yeah, I'd
Probably
put
3 out of
3 or
10.
4.
Yeah, I always just loved that last match.
I'll
Even
call
when
it
I was a
3.5.
kid, I never really
That
liked.
one, and then I like Quake's parts in that one match, and then there was a couple of other spots here and there, but Virgil's booger.
I mean, I'm a 6 as far as the
Yep.
wrestling part of it. I'm about a 6. I did like the Michaels and Martel story. Savage and Warrior was a decent match, clearly.
Yeah.
Hart and Davey, considering the state of mind Davey was in, phenomenal match. The crowd was popping.
Yeah.
What I hated was Natural Disasters booking. Virgil Nails was an absolute shit show. Repo Man and Crush was what
Trash.
the Natural Disasters match should have been, and 2 key matches ended in a count out. Like,
Yeah.
and then the disqualification
That's
finish.
how they. That's how they do. it. That's how they did every
paper.
pay per view.
I think if this was, I gave it a 6.2 just because.
0.2, huh?
Yep.
Damn.
Yeah.
Point 2.
Just because I thought that
See Brandon look at me.
Point 2.
He said, "Let me hear him at this point too." And
it was a 6.4, but I had to bring it down a little bit.
I got you. I'm
But-
with you.
But I thought if they did it like today's style booking, where they didn't have the filler matches, I feel like there was too much filler in there, and I don't know if maybe the popcorn lines were long or they wanted to sell more merchandise.
80,000
Oh,
They put
they were
some
making
bad
it-
matches on there so people would go get the merchandise.
Well, you got to think they wanted to milk that as much
Yep.
as they could while they were there because they
Sure.
they knew
Oh,
that.
yeah. Yeah.
But the
They
crowd
wasn't
was
making
into
money
it.
like that
Oh
every
yeah, the
other.
crowd. It was one of the best crowd.
Yep.
What was the
But
runtime?
we-
What was the runtime? Does it say?
They said OSW said that one of the versions was 3 hours and 25 minutes, and then the Silver Vision, which is the UK version, they clip a bunch of shit out. It was like
Yeah.
less than 3 hours.
Yeah, because they had
Like
some
3.5
commercial.
hours.
They
So
had
that's
some.
pretty typical of what we
Yeah.
get now. We get 2 nights of 3 hour. That's a lot
Yeah.
of wrestling.
Yes.
And I feel like they botched that ending. They did it a little too fast. Like British Bulldog didn't sell the sunset flip at all. He just went
Just
right
rolled
down,
right into
and the
it.
referee was pretty much right there. And it's
Yeah.
like they just did something weird with
That's
how
good.
they
It would have
grabbed
been
him
better
and
if
stuff.
the ref's on the other side of the ring and come sliding
Sliding in. Yeah,
sliding
he
in
was
and
like
do it
there and just 1, 2, 3
I just think it's
real
crazy
quick.
that was the only clean finish in the whole thing.
Yeah, they definitely need
I
some
just-
better finishes.
Other than the squash matches that didn't make any sense, like that was the only clean finish of the top matches.
Hmm.
You know, just
I mean, these have been fun to go back and watch and just being like, holy shit, this is totally different than what I remember.
we look at it through different
I
lenses.
look
Yeah.
at it
Yes, we
with
do.
different
I
lenses.
bet
yeah.
Survivor Series 92 is going to be rough. Wait till we get to 93, though.
Yeah, we're just gonna keep. This
I didn't
train
like
rolling.
Survivor Series '92 as a kid.
Yeah.
No.
So I'm looking. I can't imagine what I'm gonna feel when watching this as an adult. So.
because they're getting away from the Survivor Series style matches and
Yeah.
they're starting to actually
Yeah.
build stories. And again, 93 is going to be fun for me because of the whole USWA invasion angle that happens.
Yeah.
WWE is changing dramatically in 93.
We're almost there.
Yeah.
We're almost there. It's crazy how we're just rolling through these. These are fun.
Yeah,
It gives a good excuse to go back and watch this stuff.
Yeah.
I actually don't mind watching it on Netflix. It looks
Yeah.
pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
I was surprised
The,
when I was looking at it. I was like, oh, okay.
What y'all be sure to comment. Let us know what y'all thought of SummerSlam '92. What y'all thought about what our opinions were. This is the last episode of January.
Yep.
Tomorrow, if you're watching this live, tomorrow the new album drops. Goat Run Lap 1. Y'all go check that out.
Run the numbers up.
And we've been having people asking us about us do our 2025 film episodes. Those are coming soon. Right
Yep.
in
The next
February.
week. Yep. Those will be
And-
coming next week.
Episode 150.
Episode 150 is next week.
Yeah, next week.
There you go,
That's
boom.
crazy. And we'll be. Oh, we haven't decided which one we're going to do first, but we're going to break up the movie episode into 2 episodes this year instead of all crushing it into one.
Yeah.
We're going to split it up into 2
Did I
different
do the
ones.
2024 with you guys?
It
don't
was
think
just
so.
me, Jordan, and Chance and
I
Chad,
think-
I think.
It's my
You
first
going to come in
one.
on? Yes.
My first one.
Let's do it.
But yeah, man, we appreciate everybody's support. And again, this has been another fun episode. Look forward to the next one in this line. It'll be Survivor Series 92,
Yeah.
and then Rumble 93 will be the next couple that we'll do.
Oh, what fun.
Oh yeah!
Chad, I think you should leave them with something really cool.
Shout out to Virgil's Booger.
We got this motherfucker.
Over the top with Chad and Tony, talking about movies and wrestling. Hot Mike Chance joins the team, hating on me, Gene. BJ the DJ keeps the party